I don't feel so bad.
No, exactly. That's it. You see, that's my goal. That's my goal. Yeah.
And just like that, your fears have been alleviated.
Right?
Good. Oh,
man.
well, there we go.
Where's my dude? There he is.
Oh yeah, the dude.
The
He's there
dude.
somewhere. I don't know, you guys. When I loaded up Roll20, I don't know whether it's done some more updates, but all of my text was enormous. I mean, so big it didn't even fit on the page. It was really weird.
Oh wow.
And then it had a kind of little brain fart, and everything settled down again.
Yeah,
there's
they've
been a bunch of little
definitely
updates.
been doing a bunch of little updates. Yeah, you can now apparently play Roll20 in Discord, so that may be something that'll help.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting.
I've yet to figure out. I've watched the video, but I've yet to actually set it up yet. But that should be an interesting thing. It might help. You know, on some of the across the pond website issues, maybe.
Yep.
Possible.
Yeah, maybe if just one site is doing the processing. Yeah.
So that could be a good, cool thing to try out in the future.
Okay.
So
yeah, why not? I'm up for that, baby.
Where last we left off, the camera pans in. You guys are at King's Place discussing what the next plan is. Mainly that you know that Hans's sister is the one you need to look for, and wherever she's cooking up the candy smack. And and just to double check, we've had 2 people take candy so far? As I ominously throw that out there.
Who?
I have not touched this stuff.
Who?
I don't think I ever got the opportunity.
I know we were totally hinting for you to totally take it, so I was just checking in, just touching with Rico to see if he's.
Yeah, no, I think I turned over my sample over to Rupert for analysis.
Yep,
yeah, and I think he accidentally took it, didn't he?
Yeah,
and Rupert, I don't think I got a second sample.
Yeah, Rupert's been flying high.
Rupert is actually doing really well. He doesn't have the shakes. His health has improved. He hasn't taken any of his funny chemicals in a while or had any need. You guys, ever since he did that test, you realize his health has improved immensely.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
Totally
can't be anything wrong.
Has nothing to do with anything else that may have been going on at that time.
No, obviously not. How do you feel, Rupert?
Hard to say. In what sense?
What? You mean you're not giving me a percentage?
Percentage of what? Sorry, I have forgotten. And Rupert digs up another chapter of his science book.
Okay. Right. Okay. So I'm just looking at my notes from last time. We had a weird thing to do with this kid who was the swimmer. Is that right? Or I haven't missed a session, have I?
Nope. That you guys were going to go talk to the kid at the high school?
No, we did.
And the fact that he went from champion swimmer to he almost drowned the next time he went swimming?
As if he'd lost all of his swimming abilities, and he I think we speculated on whether he was some kind of mer creature originally.
Yep, you guys totally were
a sleeper now.
Impression that he was a rift of some kind of aquatic thing, and now he is totally a sleeper. He is oblivious to anything beyond the norm.
Right. Okay. So, Rupert. So if I just read this to you, because it might remind me. So Rupert finds an interesting burn mark on some of the kids' shoes, like an industrial furnace, like a sugar factory.
Yep.
He looks like he has lost his abilities. He says that there is a girl who gave him some candy that would grant his heart's desire. He said it was bullshit, as he had a bit of confidence. Now it feels like a dream. He could hold his breath for an hour. He says it's a dream and glazes over like he is now a sleeper. A burn mark. The burn mark.
And you guys totally stole the shoes.
Yeah. He says he
Yeah.
doesn't remember wearing them or when they were damaged, but he doesn't seem to give us any information about it. Rupert warns him about the danger. Rupert warns him about the dangers of taking candy from strangers. Fantastic. The shoe has the chemical residue, and we determine that the location in the city where the kid has been. The young girl, the girlfriend from the club, comes to my club with a college kid. She makes moony eyes at me. I need to investigate with her about where she's been pushing or manufacturing the drug. That's all I've got. Okay. Does that ring bells to people? Because I appreciate it's been a little while since we played.
Yes, it does.
It's almost been a month.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry about last week. I was at a stag do in Cardiff City, which, by the way,
Oh,
Cardiff is insane.
I hope you had fun.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, but everybody there was probably, like myself, either in their like late 40s, early 50s, and yet everybody else in Cardiff city centre, young people listening to popular music. Let's put it that way. Like, I'm getting a bit old for this shit. It's like, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Does your
And
mum know you're out? He's my mum. It's just,
Yeah, that's getting old.
Did you
Yeah.
play your magic trumpet?
did I play my magic trumpet? I wish that I did. Honestly,
Yeah.
it was good, but it was yeah. If it was me, I'd probably do something slightly different. But we did laser tag and axe throwing and stuff like that, and lots of drinking, and it was
Nice.
it was
That's
fun,
cool.
Anyway, sorry, I've diverted the. So, what are we going to do about this? Are we going to have to find out where this stuff comes from?
And of course, the
the shoes, right?
The
Yeah.
funny thing is, you're at King's Place, and there's a pair of sneakers with some burnt soles sitting on top of the table. People are like, "Why do you guys have shoes on the table?" But it's King's table, so it's cool.
Yeah, it's what all the young people are doing now. They have no, it's not.
I thought.
Yeah. Apparently, at one time it was peanuts on the bar. Now it's burnt
Yeah.
Nike 110s. Right.
Yeah. So I think we need Rupert to diagnose and possibly narrow down where the ingredients on the shoes might have come from.
Actually,
Like
here's a
the
question.
dirt and
Actually, here's a question. So, Rupert, how does this? I mean, is this drug manufactured similarly to like meth, or is it all chemical? Is it unique? Is there a way to track the chemicals through the atmosphere, like a glass making? Because I know that some glass recyclers, they have to melt down the glass, and that releases chemicals in the air, and the EPA keeps track of that stuff. Can we possibly track where this is being manufactured through air samples?
Ooh, that's interesting.
But where would we take those air samples? By smelling the shoes?
That's where I'm thinking you want to get the
entirely
dirt samples
sure.
and stuff like that from the shoes to process chemical
Yeah, but
components.
it's dirt, not air.
Because I will totally
Not
say,
air, but
every episode of Batman ever, you just need to take a dirt sample and you can locate where the shoes were last. Because every CSI has taught me that,
yeah.
right?
Well,
Yeah.
TV
Yeah.
CSI, they do it all the time.
I mean, I'm just throwing ideas from stuff I saw on TV.
CSI
like
Las
it.
Vegas.
Yeah,
Spitballing,
the shoes dirt sample
The
would
other,
probably be easier than an air sample. Because remember, this is the 80s
Yeah.
where nobody cares about air samples.
that's right.
No, but
The
if
only
you
other thing that I
burn,
can really think of is we could try to reach the red caps and see what sort of action, what the latest action is.
Ooh.
right.
Gotta love
Well,
your affiliation with your
there's
local
that, but
biker gang.
Yeah, too right. Or
Because,
we
I
could
mean,
just can we buy a trained dog?
yeah,
You know, like smell these
Oh.
shoes. Where do they come from? But they'll probably take us back to his house.
the
Yep.
kid's stinky feet. Yeah, so
Yeah, true, yeah.
he's like a teen, so they have stinky feet. So,
And
but
you
no,
have
he
those
should be able
shoes
to.
on your date table.
Right.
The
No, but
waitress
he should
brings
be
your
able to
drinks and
take-
literally smells those shoes from a block away.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but he should be able to take samples of the burned area and determine if there's particular,
Exactly.
what kind of a burn, what burned it, what chemicals are involved that might narrow down plants or what
Yeah.
because
Immediately-
of the type
Yes,
of
yes.
fire.
Yes, and if you allow me a minute more, I'm analyzing it right now.
Okay.
Excellent.
So immediately while you're talking, he spreads out one of King's nice monogrammed napkins and starts scraping off different samples from the two shoes onto it and heads back into the back room. And give me an investigate roll.
Good call, man.
And what abilities are you tagging?
Oh, Doc.
Ooh.
What do you think? No.
Second.
You have everything is refreshed, nothing has been burned.
No, we're in good shape.
Of
Time for
course,
some
I use
answers.
my material science skills and training in forensics, and I also use my portable chemical
In the back room, there's all these bottles of liquor, and then
device.
there's the portable chem reactor. As he totally takes that napkin and separates the 3 samples that he took off the 2 shoes. We totally see the mad science montage. Go ahead and make your roll. Holy shnikey. Okay, a
Come on,
solid
baby.
9.
Solid
Only-
9.
So, do me a favor on the investigate and pick your poison. One of the 3 is the result in the not spectacular success. Your investigation exposes you to danger, which is always my favorite. The clues you get are fuzzy, incomplete, or partially true, partially false, which would totally extend
Second
the
one.
investigation. Okay.
Second one.
Okay, so
It
immediately.
poses the danger.
Oh, that's the first one. The exposes you to danger.
Ah, sorry.
Okay, perfect. So immediately, you come back to the group and you're like, hey, guys. There's apparently some like burnt carbon score and some chemical that's untraceable as a known element on the periodic table. Obviously, some kind of magic-y stuff. And some definite residue of what candy is made out of. the base components that you totally recognize this as the exact same thing from your sample test, except that the DNA is a little different. It's not matching up with the previous DNA sample that you got in there, and it's got heavy carbon like burnt flesh. But more importantly, you found an extra new thing that was not there, which is these 2 samples of a metal residue from like a metal fabrication factory, and some inert clay, which is used in the metallurgy process of refining the metal and taking out impurities. And immediately you tell them that this was somehow these shoes were exposed to a smelting factory of metal. And in fact, the type of metal is, and you pull up this zirconium metal, which conveniently is only found in one section of town. And if someone wants to look up this metal to find out who in town makes or did make it, you could totally give them the clues for that. If only there was a 10 or higher, I could totally info dump that to you. And just remember, it will be exposing you to danger following this lead.
Even better. Even better. Love it.
We got this.
Come on, Cole. Or yeah. Or,
does Cole or Rico want to investigate?
Or
metal
Cole or Rico, I
manufacturing?
think, is totally.
I think Rico's the researcher more, isn't he? Or not?
I mean, it could totally be Cole heard about this metal at school and where it's manufactured or used to be manufactured.
Yeah, that could work. I'm fine with that. Is it, definitely gadgety stuff, different metal properties, and
we get a flashback to Cole in his metal fabrication class where he wasn't paying attention and flirting with a co-ed, and somebody totally mentions the fabrication of that metal. Go ahead.
Probably the family probably does business with it.
Your investigation.
Go on, Cole.
Teamwork.
All right.
Extreme work. And is there anything you're tagging? Which you have quite a few that might work.
So you're good at this shit.
It's not really a device to figure out, so. Well, renowned inventor.
Yeah. Like Tony Stark using kind of wild metals and stuff. Come on.
Yeah, contacts in every neighborhood.
Perfect.
I love the term wild metals.
Yeah, I think they were an 80s rock group.
Wild metals. And it just shows one group of the periodic chart stomping all the others.
Yeah. King made an experimental album with them once. Yeah.
No soft metals here. Only hard metal.
Yeah, I think I only got the 2 to work with, really. That makes sense.
Okay.
You don't forget you've got our crew tags and stuff.
Yeah, there is the crew tags of Dabblers in the Mist.
Let's see. Also, I took, what was it again? Expert advice. So I can actually contribute one of my tags to this as well.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, okay. So, Cole,
right.
to translate that at the top, you would add a +1 to your power. There you go. Perfect.
Already there.
I'm looking over your shoulder.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you doing anything now?
It's not Genesis. I ain't got a jack.
Well, you could have hit some tags or something as well, negative tags. So, all right. Well, you're not, so I'm rolling.
Yep. I'm totally not.
Oh, get in!
As immediately you begin this info dump when he mentions the type of strange
Yeah, I
metal.
played with that stuff.
You're just like, oh yeah, my family ordered, like, we got pissed because the factory closed down and they never delivered their final shipment. School had a sample of that cool stuff. They totally cooked up some metal, but the factory went down because of some health issues. That it was something about their refining process caused people to get sick and die. Nobody knows exactly what the details were, but people just got sick and died, and the warehouse never officially closed, but never made anything. And you totally remember, flashback wise, your family went on a tour through the factory because that's what your family does. And the business owner's new wife was this hideously ugly little old lady that kept offering candy to people. Big, huge, massive candy jars were put on every desk. Smell of
Wow.
gingerbread somehow resided in the place.
Oh, I'm getting fantastic.
As you totally, the Breadman's Metal Factory. As you were just like, if this metal was where this kid was and he became a sleeper, I know exactly where to go.
Boom.
Exactly. So is there any three
Boom.
questions you would like to ask me, by the way, on top of exactly where the hell to go for this factory? It is totally in the factory district up in the very north end. It's very far to the back. You can give directions without even trying. You're just like, yeah, shit got me sick on candy. Why did the lady pinch my cheek?
Nice.
Why was there an invite for Family Children's Day? Bring your kids to work day.
Right. All right. How about any thoughts on questions?
Right. Do we?
I'll try give this whole dump of what's going on and who the factory is and.
Okay. What? So the little old lady, was she supported by anyone? Were there other family members of that or people in the organization?
From what Cole recalls, he totally remembers that she had a whirlwind romance with the guy who owned the factory and married him. And shortly after, oh yeah, maybe that's why the business went out of business. He choked to death on a piece of candy.
No, hate when that happens.
Oh,
Wow.
And you're just
That's
like,
why you gotta
oh
put a hole
yeah,
in the candy.
I totally forgot. And then there's flashback and a newspaper spins around. And you recall that he, billionaire factory owner chokes to death on wife's home cooked confections. And it shows the crying, ugly old lady, and she's offering, gingerbread cookies to the cops. And the investigation was found to be an accident.
All right, and all the cops died. Oh no.
Totally, you get a flashback of News 13 and 11, and the little old lady is smiling, giving cookies away at her husband's funeral. She has
That's
a
why
big hole on
lifesavers
the end of her
were
nose.
created.
Yep, so it's not a choking hazard.
That's really messed up.
We didn't catch that. You kind of broke up.
That's really messed up.
Yes.
Hey, yeah.
Handing out cookies at your husband's funeral? That's really messed up.
I mean, I'm not saying the gingerbread cookies looked like a casket, but they may have.
Oh, God.
This is biodegradable.
Okay, so 2 more questions.
That's pretty big, knowing like exactly where and stuff now. So
yeah. I mean, you don't have to ask them if you don't want to. I mean, you do know the deets.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to think if there's anything I'm not thinking of that anybody else can think of.
Is this the time kind of gear? I know how this game works mechanically. Is this the kind of thing where if we thought about it later, if we were in the situation, we could have an advantage. Essentially, I don't know whether that's how this
I
works.
could totally use
You mean
those
basic
leftover
questions?
2 powers as, giving you advantage later on for +1 power to something 2 times.
I don't know, unless anybody's got any other ideas, because normally it's like, well, if you ask this question or if you do this thing and then you act on that information, you get a bonus to that, don't you?
As long as it relates to Cole's knowledge, I will totally say yes.
So I don't know whether that's.
It could totally be used for something like, hey, Cole remembers in the building there is blah, blah, blah. And he will totally help you out with that information. I'll totally give that to you.
Yeah, +1 power banked out is good.
You
maybe
totally remember there's a giant furnace where they poured molten metal in there. And, lots of storage in the back area, loading docks where trucks would pull up, Maybe visiting this warehouse is what gave Cole his metallurgy shtick. Where he got fascinated with fabricating metal. So you have the location, you have some intel.
Well, Tally-ho, what time do we want to go?
Yeah, we gotta go.
What time do we want to go?
So, if we are going to confront an evil grandmother who gives people poison candy, what kind of shit do we want to take with us? I mean, I don't know. Maybe some toothpaste or something.
Toothpaste. Some chlorine. Chlorine.
Before we talk about that, we have an evil grandmother. We have the brother and sister team. And we have the Crimson Serpent. I doubt that the evil grandmother is going to be alone.
That's what I was asking about, yeah.
So,
go on.
I mean, I got stuff to take care of business if need be. I don't know about you guys.
What are you thinking about? Like, to check it out beforehand? Is that what you're saying, Rico?
As he fondles his sword.
Well, I mean, actually, James, I need a reminder on something.
Go on, buddy.
Okay.
Did I get Raul's contact information?
You do have his contact information.
Okay.
You've totally got his pager number.
See what you're doing here.
Do we want to do this quietly or loud and proud?
I don't know that we want to go necessarily loud and proud because we got those freaks that run around in them suits. Probably don't want to draw their attention.
Yeah, better silent.
Go loud and proud. It becomes a 3-way war. I love it.
That's why I was saying, when do we want to go? Like early evening, middle of the night, early morning.
Okay. Would it be so bad to talk to the gatekeepers?
Ooh.
They don't talk to us.
Yeah, but we just investigated something that should be on the hush hush, something that should not be in the public eye, which means it's probably on their radar already.
Well, remember, the candy has been very low key. You guys stumbled upon it first. Even the cops don't know about candy yet because it's strictly a rift thing.
Yeah, because it doesn't affect normal people, the sleepers. So,
what if those men in black are spreading those candy things?
No,
deliberately.
I don't think it are, because they want to maintain the status quo.
Yeah, people
They're
get
not.
kind of whacked out with the power, so we don't, like their
Well,
power becomes super strong.
what if it's just an experiment gone wrong from their side?
Well, we just need to go there to shut down the process.
Hmm.
So what? Then let's go and do it.
To maintain the status quo, but I don't know that pulling the gray men in either is good. So
I mean,
Yeah.
I
because they
love it.
don't
Don't
seem
don't
to
That's
forget,
like us doing our
I
thing, even though it's helping them.
I
The
tried
thing
to
that
speak to them them once, and uh, from my experience, I don't want to do it to try it another time.
Yeah, no, mine
yeah.
didn't go well either. So
Okay. This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that this may be too much for us, and maybe we
what?
need to call in reinforcements.
Too much for us? What are you talking about?
We just took on
Well,
a kind of crazy
Yeah,
kind of
we just took on a.
psychologist with an entire army of kind of goons, and yet Cole
Yeah, we
charmed the pants off her, and
we
we
took
kicked her
on a
ass.
snow queen and whooped her butt,
Exactly.
bent her
But
over, and
maybe.
spanked her.
We're not talking about
Um,
Saturday night's date.
excuse me. Hey. uh, I appreciate your caution.
But you said you had a pager on, standby, right, for the police. So,
No, the other guy,
oh,
the drug dealers, wasn't it? Essentially.
yeah, I mean, okay, so we got the Crimson Serpent. I only know one guy. I don't know how many there are, but if we could get the Red Caps to run interference for us, so we only have the three to deal with, I think we have a better chance.
Is it worth just checking the place out first, see what kind of forces or see what kind of setup there
Yeah,
is? It might be a bit more left field than we anticipate.
yeah, okay. I'm open to that. I know that the Jacks are open to that. The Jacks would
As,
absolutely love that.
as all of a
Um,
sudden, as you guys are talking, the waitress comes by to King and puts a drink in front of you, and looks like a Coke with a cherry on the straw. And the waitress looks at King and says, your friend is back." And he points to the cross of the bar, and your girlfriend is there with another adult guy that's like twice her age, and she totally waves at you because she sent you a drink.
Oh.
And it's totally got a
Um,
napkin that says "Call me," and it's got her number.
okay, this is awkward. Does your mum know you're out? God.
It is the
I
10 o'clock. Do you know where your children
I mean,
are?
if we
yeah, precisely.
thing is that we're not the only mythi in town. There've got to be others that are that are pretty much doing the same thing we are.
What when you say do what we are? In what sense? Sorry.
Fighting crime,
Doing the troubleshooting?
trying to do the right thing. Yeah.
Maybe, but we don't know any of them.
As the rest of the group at the table are
Actually-
like, we're just doing what we do. We're not actually big heroes.
Actually, no, we do know more. Dr. Crystal Knight has a whole cabinet full of files about him.
True.
Yeah, but they're not necessarily out fighting crime.
A lot of them are all, because remember, you guys
Yeah.
have met other mythos, and most of them,
Yeah,
most
we
of the
have.
riffs out there are just doing their own thing. They're thanks to their mortality and their mythos, they have objectives that are usually like doing their own thing. Like Ratatask is all about his messaging service. He likes to carry messages and has a gossip column. So there's not that many altruistic ones out there. Of course, there's totally certain good doctors and nurses out there that are the embodiment of healing spirits. There's totally at the ISIS hospital,
Heroes or what,
a goddess of healing, totally helping, sick children, get past whatever their problems are.
You get kidnapped once and you get all nervous. Jeez.
Look,
PTSD.
let's be honest here. I was not kidnapped. I was institutionalized.
Yeah, there's a difference.
As he totally has a flashback to being strapped to a gurney and poked with a needle. He's a little touchy about this.
Yeah, I totally get it. Totally get it.
Okay, so I like the plan of we scope it out and see what's up, figure out what we're facing, and then work from there. I'm hoping that Rupert's genius mind will be able to survey the situation and create a device that'll help us. And I'm just thinking about everything that we've been through before.
Mm-hmm.
And see if we kept anything that we could actually use.
Ooh.
Like, the glass shattering device, that's broken, but maybe we can get that fixed. I'm not really
break
sure.
Some machinery so they can't manufacture anymore. Shut down a smelter or two.
Yeah.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, I guess. The thing that Rupert said about, there's an element in here which is unidentifiable. I wonder what that is.
I mean, remember on his last test, there were some unknown elements, but that's totally the magic stuff. It's the stuff that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Right. That's causing people to have their effects.
Get their greatest wish. So. I mean, remember, you take the stuff and you get what you want. You just know that if you take it a second time, something seems to happen.
Listen, it just reminds me of my student years when I presented my solution to an equation to my teacher, and he looked up and said, "If you prove it's really working, you will get the Nobel Prize."
Now that Rupert is clean from the drugs and the fog, he's like, I am going to be a Nobel Prize winning scientist.
If only I could take it again.
But please understand me properly. It was an irony to show me my real place.
Oh, yes. He's that kind of teacher.
All we got to do is disable several, equipment so they can't manufacture there. We don't necessarily have to confront the people. We need to stop their ability to manufacture there. Now, then they'll either move on or discontinue, but we get additional information that we can pass on to somebody, but we at least can get the manufacturing cooled down and turned off. So that opportunity arises while we're investigating when we can take it.
I mean, think about it. It's a very small operation. So at the moment, at least, it's only one location it's being manufactured at. How hard is it to go jack up one location? Or even just call in the cops if something weird happens. That is totally an option. Just call 911 and say, "Oh no, the factory's on fire."
Right.
Do we have to say it like that, or?
I mean, that's how it works in Dresden Files. Oh no, enter the blank is now on fire.
Okay.
How about a little reconnaissance mission? And we could have some montage music on the way. That totally flick my switches.
As you guys all dive into the cab, and there's a driving through town montage like Sin City. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, perfect.
dun, 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 as you turns a corner. So you head into the warehouse district, and you
Very
see
sensible.
big industrial warehouse, big industrial warehouse, big industrial warehouse, old condemned burnt down warehouse. You know, you totally have this moment as you guys drive through, you pass the glass factory, and you have a hit your chest feels moment.
Wait,
You're just like,
where's the warehouse district on the map?
it is going
Is it
to
in
be.
Blue collar, is it?
I'm looking at the tube map.
Yep, on the tube map. It's going to totally be over in the
Tourist district.
Industrial
zone? Oh, industrial zone, warehouse hub, science hub, union
over
station.
here.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
This is like the Crystal Maze.
Oh, we're totally in the old town or old timey
like,
car.
Where did the cab go? Oh, there's the cab. I'm like, the cab blended in. As the cab, gets there and pulls up in front of the warehouse that you believe is the correct warehouse. It's got big, brand new industrial chains at the security gate at the front. The smaller gate that you can walk through the chain link has a big U bicycle lock looking padlock and signs saying danger, stay out, not open for business, all over the place, like ridiculously plastered with signs.
Not suspicious at all.
Any signs of the fence being electrified?
Give me an investigate.
Go pee on it.
Go pee on it.
Cross the third rail.
Oh man, you can tell you're ex-military. I tell you.
Don't we really have a voltage tester with us?
Yes, we do.
You probably
I'll go over
do.
by the fence and I'll go by the fence and I will sense and feel for the electrical charges.
There seems to be nothing other than a chain link fence. A chain link fence that's been cut open and wired back shut many, many times.
Now go ahead and touch it just to prove that it's all good.
Do you fuck with the group or do you just touch it to prove it's safe?
I could, but I don't want to chance powers.
Hey, stop! I look up at him and I say, stop! I take a screwdriver out of my toolbox, and I have seen TV repair workers doing, and I just how to say, approach with my screwdriver tip to the wire to see if there is any sparks.
And
you don't trust me?
You do that scrape the fence with the screwdriver, and it does nothing other than make the chain link jingle, and that jingle goes like 20 feet each direction, jingling the fence. As the thin, rusty, no voltage, but you do notice that broken barbed wire on the top kind of jingles and makes a distinct noise.
I'm going to look for security cameras.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a investigate for that. And it's dark and dingy, so I'm totally going to give you a -1.
Okay. I'm going to tag hardworking man and technical troubleshooting for this.
And you do have a +1 power that we can use if you want.
Okay, you're going to use one of Cole's when Cole totally tells you, I remember there used to be security cameras here. They were on the light pole.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, so give yourself a +1, or would you like me to add
it? If you could add it.
Okay, I got it in there for you.
Nobody ever keeps the tape's up to date.
Yeah.
So
Oh, do I
they
lose
record like they're
the?
supposed to.
Do I lose the tracking cards that I had from the last session?
Do you have the what?
Because I got faded. I still have faded, and I'm supposed to be here as temporary tags, but that was to the rave situation. So
Yeah.
I should remove those, right?
No, you have to actually to get rid of those. You actually have to use some of your downtime montage to clear those, but they don't relate to this situation, so you don't have to worry about it.
Right.
Because
Okay,
you're using your normal senses for the most part.
Yeah, and you said it was investigate.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Come on, baby.
Yep, all clear.
You look over, you see one camera that's broken and hanging. Obviously, some kids must have thrown rocks at it or some shit. And you're just like, it's all clear, guys. Everything's good.
Yep.
There's no cameras.
Look,
Excellent.
nobody ever maintains
Easy.
the memory, the tape storage for the cameras. It's probably filled and just sitting there. So we're okay.
Hearing this, Rupert takes his toolbox and marches forward.
Good lad. I'll follow on.
Yep. Got the chain link where it's been cut already.
It's fine. As you guys gonna bust your way in there?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I thought we were just scouting out the place.
Yeah, we are.
As immediately he's like, guys, let's just scout the place out. Let's not go inside.
Well, you can't scout what it looks like inside without looking inside. Got to get closer to scout it fully.
He's still
Doesn't
just
tell us
nervous because
anything
his
outside
powers are
here.
a little on the faded side.
True.
Yep.
Y'all just need to give him a confidence booster, that's all.
Give him a charge. I mean,
Okay. If you guys think this is a good idea, let's do it.
yeah, got to go look in some windows or a door or something to see what's going on. Make sure it's functioning and operating.
I just think that maybe we should drive around and take a look at all sides of this building before we do that.
Okay.
But that's just my thought.
And you guys
want to do a lap? We can do a lap.
Okay. So yeah, I will do a lap. There's got. I mean, if they have a double gate, they probably have some sort of vehicle entrance, which means that they have some sort of docking port to the warehouse that they load and unload the drugs.
Okay, so the question is Rico doing a lap around the fence himself, or is the group going with?
No. Well, at least I'll go with. I will stick together.
Well,
yeah.
I was going to say, Rupert's marched in then.
Was there any broken place where Rupert could get in? Actually.
Yeah, you said there was a piece that was cut.
Yeah, there's a few spots that through the years have been cut and wired pretty crappily. You could wiggle your way under one of the fences.
So I did it.
So you just go under the fence.
I heard nothing to worry about. So I'm going in.
Are you waiting for them to do their lap around the fence?
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, well, if Rupert's going in, I'm like, well, you do whatever. I'm going in.
So
let him go in alone.
Cole's going in under the fence line as Rico goes to do a lap around the building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you totally see there's a big fence off to the left where it turns. It's a big rectangular shaped property. got nice big knee-high weeds growing everywhere. You're doing a quick jog around the fence. It's rusty in places. You can see in the very back there's where the trucks would pull up to pick up product. There's a loading gate there. And then after the driveway there's a little dip because it's not really got like a sidewalk that goes around the fence line. It's just basically going through the dirt. You jump off the driveway for the trucks, basically, into the little culvert that's there. And you start to continue the jog. You look back and you see that the guys are finishing climbing under the fence. And just you jump down the little culvert. It's got those big tubes where the water would go under the driveway. You you get like a momentary notice as you look back at your friends and they give you the thumbs up and you give them the thumbs up. And what time of day is this, by the way? I forgot to ask that you actually went. I'm assuming nighttime for infiltration and scouting, but that's just me.
I would think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
So there happens to be like the one street light that Rico can see you guys kind of partially lit up in, and he thumbs up and signals you guys. And just as you signal your friends, since you totally had a miss on your investigate, you hear this sound, this and all of a sudden, and you turn to look in the culvert, those tubes that go under the road so water can go through. And immediately a pair of hands that look dirty, filthy, scrawny, way bonier and lumpier than they should be, reach out to grab your leg and try to pull your leg towards a face that slowly comes materializing out of the darkness. And this mouth is dripping with like yellowish sticky goo, and basically this thing wants to take a bite out of your leg. Do me a favor and roll me a face danger.
Whose leg?
It's gonna be
There he goes.
because Rico went scouting off alone after a beautiful fail.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag Giant Killer. Is it bigger than me?
It is in fact scrawnier and smaller than you. It's person size, but like we're talking like crackhead skinny thin.
Gollum.
Okay.
And I'm totally gonna tag your fated one, by the way.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna tag the Back Alley Brawler.
Okay.
Block Martial Arts Strike. And let's see. Uncanny Parkour Artist.
That's a good one. As you jump back up on the driveway.
And you said this is face danger, right?
This is totally face danger.
Okay.
Roll well. Hey!
Yes.
As immediately...
Oh, well done, buddy.
As immediately it tries to grab your leg and pull you in, and on pure freaking reflex, you parkour the hell out of the situation. What does it look like? I'm assuming back on the driveway, but how do you parkour away from this thing? And it doesn't seem to be following you. As soon as it misses its meal, it kind of just makes this and shuffles back into the tube.
I leap backwards, grab the fence, and kind of do a flip over it.
And you land within the fence, and you totally see the thing kind of creep back in, and it's got like slightly bluish, magically glowing eyes, and it totally curls. You see it like put its hands over its eyes and instantly disappears into the darkness, and you're just like, whoa.
God, that's not creepy at all.
Yeah, I gotta find the guys.
As you could follow the fence line back to where they're underneath the fence.
So I'll greet them as they crawl under the fence to my side.
As you come jogging up to them with a slight little panic in your breath.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rico, I thought you were checking out the perimeter.
There's something in there, pointing at the culvert. The culvert over there.
Let's not go in the covert.
I didn't. Yeah, but something reached out to grab me in there.
I'll kind of look around, like.
Yeah, probably some homeless guy.
Can I see anything?
Give me an investigate. They're really good at hiding.
Now we're gonna go poke the bear. All right.
Bear with me.
As King's just like, stuff. I got to know about stuff.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, I have got a power tag called "Long Forgotten Secrets Hang Like Music in the Air." You just got to know how to listen. But I've also got a power tag called "Open Book." When I investigate with tags from this theme, it becomes dynamite.
So
I don't know. How do I represent that in the mechanic on the screen?
So at the very top of your character sheet where it has power, there is to the right of power is a dynamite stick, a burn tag, and an X. So if you just click roll dynamite, it'll give you the answer as a dynamite.
Okay, bear with me a second then.
Look at this.
I'm just trying to think.
And definitely tag your open book.
Yes. Right. So I have to tag that as well. Right?
Yep.
Right. Okay. Yep. So blah blah blah.
Because of course, the more power you have, the more questions I can give you answers to. So.
Yeah, I'm with you. So I just click that dynamite.
Yep. So it turns white. Looks like you did just that.
And then what do I do?
Then click investigate under core moves.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Dynamite. Okay. So immediately you look off where he points to the culvert, and supernaturally speaking, with your psychopomp ability, you feel these sad waves coming from the culvert, that there is some sad and wretched creature there. You know, immediately you sense that there is something dark, hungry, and lost. The lost being the part that pings your psychopomp part.
Yep. Is it dead?
As immediately,
it's actually a thing.
You look and you see something shift and move, and you squint as everyone looks away, and the second everyone looks away, it looks in your guys' direction, as like one creepy hand touches the lid of the culvert, and another creepy hand touches it, and it pulls itself forward, and you see basically what I can only describe as a burnt, emaciated crackhead. You know, teeth are missing, the eyes are glowing blue, chunks of hair gone, and there's burn scars everywhere. You know, when the skin liquefies and reforms, as it's looking at you with hunger. But you're also seeing, you know, with your psychopomp ability, that this is a wretched thing, that you get a feeling that, you know, just somewhere deep inside you, this thing has been victimized.
Yeah.
With your psychic senses, you know this thing is not some tragic monster wanting to eat people. It is actually a victim, and this is what it's been reduced to, as a soulless creature. You know, its soul and spirit and mind are no longer together with its body. And it's basically operating on primal influence. And all of a sudden, since you rolled dynamite, you sense what you see with this broken thing crawling in the culvert. You sense more of them in the factory.
Right.
With your dynamite, you sense that there's at least a dozen more of these wretched creatures. That's the only thing you can describe them as. They're not monsters, they're wretched creatures.
Yeah, I'm with
You sense victimization coming off of them, psychically speaking. All of a sudden, you look at Rupert and you get a flashback to Rupert when you started first working with him and he had his addiction, and you're just thinking these are what Rupert could have been, but instead your friendship has brought Rupert up instead of letting him descend to darkness.
Okay, that's interesting.
And the one that's out there in the culvert is afraid of leaving its tube.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
As it notices you looking, and it retreats back into the tube.
Retreats back. It's been seen. Yes. Okay. I will say, my friends, Rico is right. There are some dark beings here. We must be very careful. They just want to consume. They are victims of whatever is happening here.
Is he far from Rupert? Does Rupert hear him?
Oh, well, you guys are all together now.
We're all together now.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I don't say, oh, by the way, Rupert, you could have been that thing. I just say,
what thing?
There are some things in the tunnels, and there are more inside. They are.
Oh, clearly... You mean should we turn back?
No, I don't think we should. But we just need to be very wary of them, I think. They want to consume us, is the best way I could describe it. They are unfortunate creatures who have been victims of circumstance. It is possible.
Are they big?
They are like people, but
humanoid.
They are the shell of people. They are like they are like the cassette case without the cassette.
Ooh, good metaphor.
Nice. They're at the very bottom of their addiction. So.
Well, I think they've gone beyond addiction. I think they have been a victim of whatever this thing is. It is possible that perhaps they are the final process of candy.
Yep, very likely.
Oh.
So, who knows? Maybe if you take it once, you become awesome. If you take it twice, you forget. If you take it 3 times, maybe you become one of them. Some horrible creature living in a hole, ready to consume those who are everything you are not.
So yeah, definitely gotta put this place down.
Let's do that.
Could we take some samples for investigating them?
What? Sorry, let's not. Rico, how did you feel about getting close to take samples? Because I don't know about you, but I sense some horrible broken thing that wants to consume us. I don't think it's going to open its mouth for a DNA sample. I could be wrong. I'm just a musician.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
I wish you wouldn't say stuff like that. I'm saying no. However, Jack of Fables says let's go for it.
Oh, really?
I wish you guys would not appeal to the Council of Jack.
Now Well, that's interesting.
As he's getting cocky, he's like, "Hey, it couldn't touch this." That's all I'm saying.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Jack be nimble, Jack be swift.
Well, I say if there's more inside, we wait until we run across one in a more suited environment than crawling into their little constrained
weird
murder hole.
Yeah. Yeah, murder hole. That was it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That was the name of my second album.
It totally makes you think of a trapdoor spider when you look over there, and you just realize that it only comes out to grab things within reach. What else is in that hole?
Yeah. So if there's
Okay,
more,
how much of a sample are we talking about?
How much? What? Sorry.
Oh well, it's something I have never encountered yet. I am not sure. Maybe we should prepare more deeply for such an investigation. By the way, from what we have already seen, do we have any conclusions for our investigation already?
I mean, you haven't even looked in the building yet. You just stood outside, and you're in the fence.
Yeah.
Do you want to head straight on in, which is the main gates to the warehouse? There's these big, giant gate doors and some small side ones. Go off to the left, which is the loading area where trucks would pull up, or head over to the right-hand side, which Cole thinks there was a back door, but he remembers coming in through the main gates that are right in front of you.
right. Yeah, the conclusion is there's nasty evil shit that's being created here that we need to shut down. That's
And the windows have obviously been painted over, but you see a hint of light from the inside.
Oh, we've got to go and check it out. Look, if we encounter one of these things and Cole ends up de-escalating the situation with a sword, then you can always take samples, Rupert.
Right.
Save a head for the lab.
But not going in the murder hole. Again,
Don't go in the murder
confined
hole.
space for them, so
Right.
it's not worth the sample.
Yeah. Rules for this encounter: nobody goes in the murder hole. All right.
Okay. I like that one.
We'll move up to the building and towards where I believe the back door is.
Oh, so you're going around to the back door.
Yep.
Okay. Are you guys sneaking? Are you just going out in the open?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll sneak. I'll be up for sneaking.
It's nighttime. Sneaking is appropriate.
Okay.
Rupert,
so
we're sneaking.
Who's gonna give me that sneak roll? Who's gonna be the one in charge of sneaking?
I think we should sneak, but with a kind of trumpet soundtrack. Nobody could ever. Yeah, exactly. Nobody could ever then detect us.
Right. It's sneaking music. So.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Sneaky music to sneak by.
None of my stuff would lend to that much. So.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. You're probably more competent at that stuff than we are.
As immediately Rico's like, follow me.
Yeah, that's a
I'd
working
like
man
thing. Guidance from a strange mystery.
Oh, yep.
And then, you could also do empathic connection and/or tight like that, so we know how to, groove together.
Work together. Yeah, totally.
And as you start sneaking around, I'm not even gonna tag Faded. Because as you're sneaking around, all of a sudden you feel a little power boost. There's some mythos juice here.
Ugh.
Let's see. And I'm going to also tag Knows every street.
I've
walked around the building.
I won't be able to give you that for this one because it's your first time here.
Right. Okay.
But there is the power. We still have one more power to use.
Yeah.
There is,
If
and
you want to use
maybe Cole told you about the back door.
True. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll use the power.
Okay, I'll put the +1 in there for you. Now you're +3.
Thank you. And this is sneak around.
3.
And as you guys go
Hey.
walking up to the back door, as soon as you cross like the threshold of halfway across this warehouse, you totally feel like something changed in the air. All of a sudden, is that gingerbread I smell?
Gingerbread. Come on.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
How did
Yep,
you
all
manage
good.
that? Everything's fine.
Where there's a will, there's a way, my friend.
Why don't we step into this oven?
Right.
Yeah, I might play a little tune on my. Oh man.
Sorry guys.
No, I like it.
I'm suddenly hungry.
I mean, that's the problem. Is he literally turned to you guys and said, "Is that gingerbread I smell?" And at the moment he says that,
Yes.
boola boola boola
No.
boola boola boola.
There's a
Oh
new
no.
map.
As you guys move over
love
to the back door, you smell, all of you smell like the wall of this building as you come up to its stairs. Is that guardrail on the stairway right here? I could have swore it was metal pipe, but I think it's candy cane. It's just got a slight
Candy
sticky
cane. Love it.
texture to it. And as
The
you guys
snozberries taste like snozberries.
as you guys look at the wall, and it looks very gingerbready, not concrete stucco. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, pop up 2 creepy looking crackhead like figures. That
Ugh.
one is missing an arm. It looks like it's been burnt. It has the texture of burnt dough. And both have glowy eyes as they basically spring up out of nowhere, Walking Dead style. As you're just like, what the hell? As you're totally were sneaking, and I'll give you a teaser just how nasty they look.
Oh.
I
There
hope
we
that
go.
I hope
Off-
that
off
gave
we
my
go.
first description a decent
Yeah,
look.
it's
As
good, man. Well done.
as you
Yeah.
guys are sneaking,
Probably,
Rico's just like, shh, gingerbread, and he tastes the rail on the stairs and goes, "Is this candy?" And these 2 creatures kind of spring up out of their hiding spots in the darkness. They were just like chilling in the darkness until you guys made too much noise. And who's gonna stand up and
got 'em.
defend?
I got it.
Good lad.
As Cole immediately is gonna whip his sword out Highlander style. You can practically hear it, the words, "There can be only one
Yeah.
who wants to live forever."
Awesome.
As these 2 come lumbering out.
I don't know if concealed holster necessarily comes into play here or not.
Hey, they weren't expecting
Probably
a weapon.
not.
I'd give it to you.
All right. And
As
I'm
you whip
using
the
quick
sword
to
out of
defend
nowhere.
dynamite.
Good lad.
Quick to defend dynamite.
Indeed. I think I got all my tags I need. Well, you know what? I think I will use the empathic connection too. What the heck? That's how we
And
That's how I alerted and felt the threat and acted so quickly.
And I'm gonna be a jerk and tag a -1 since you're Rupert. Since Rico led you right into this ambush.
Yeah.
Not a problem. All
okay.
Right. You ready?
Go for it.
So this is face danger or?
This is totally a face danger.
Okay. Just making sure. Wasn't sure if it was go toe to toe or face danger, so face danger.
I mean, you could go toe to toe if you want, but it's more of a face danger since they're ambushing you.
Okay. Yep. All right. All right.
You using your great success and your dynamite. So what does it look like when you take down these two zombie-like burn crackheads?
Yep. I basically leap past everybody, charging right at them. Sword comes out from practically nowhere as I spin through, cutting them in half and or heads, chopping off.
So you basically slice through one, and your flick of the end of the blade hits the other one's neck and lobs the head off.
Yeah.
And do you say anything to your friend Rupert for his sample?
Well, yeah. I just kind of point my sword at him, since it's dripping with blood. If you want blood, here's some.
Or syrup.
Syrup.
and I will tell you that when you take that moment and look at the head when it stops lolling, the ooze coming out of its mouth is like burning the ground and the grass around it. Yeah. So their drool is obviously corrosive in one form or another.
Don't be kissing none of them.
That's why I never kiss them on the mouth.
Actually,
right. Rupert.
In fact,
Rupert immediately takes out his special vial, which is chemically completely inert, and quartz spatula to scrape the sample inside.
As you know, you totally know when you do that, it's obviously corrosive. When you put it in there. And interesting effect when Rupert scooped down to pick it up. There's a chunk of broken gingerbread wall where some of the stuff splattered on it, and the gingerbread wall is concrete where it's been splattered.
So corrosive gingerbread people.
Wait. It was a gingerbread wall, but splashed by this liquid, it reverted back to concrete?
Uh-huh. And who's gonna pick the lock on this door? Or have some other cool way of getting rid of the door is the problem?
I probably can handle that.
So have the weird gingerbread people been totally eliminated?
Yeah, they're done. They sprung up and he jumped and went ching ching, and their corpses hit the ground.
Right, so no bits of them are continuing to move.
Nope.
28 days later or whatever.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So Rupert gets some saliva and some blood and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have filled already 5 vials.
Nice.
Oh God. Okay, so Rupert's busy for a while. Is
little flesh, little blood, little saliva, hair.
I'd like to use a change the game action to find a way to bypass the door. Maybe it's old, maybe it's off the hinge. Maybe along those lines.
Maybe it's gingerbread and just needs to be chewed on.
I mean, I could try picking it. I mean, I got, just the gadget for that, and I can figure this device out in a jiffy.
Okay,
I
which
got at
one of
least
you
2
two is
tags
gonna
I
go
could
for
do.
it?
So unless you got more,
I haven't had the best luck today, so you go for it.
sure.
As you two are all gentlemanly alike, which one of us is going to do it? I'm having a rough day, sir. You can do it.
Yeah, please be my guest.
All right. So have just the right, or have just the gadget for that, and I'll figure out this device in a jiffy. I will pull on my one help from Rico with his knowledge.
Ooh, teamwork. Teamwork
So
makes
that
the
gets rid
dream
of
work.
my one help there. Give me my +3 now. Think that'll work. And what are we doing?
It's gonna be a change the game.
All right.
Or I'll
Ready?
take a snake, but change the game sounds better. Yep.
Okay. We ready?
Yep.
Mild success.
Okay, mild success. You kind of like whip out your tool and you start to pick it, and the door creaks open in this really loud creak that's super ominous. As you're like, entrez-vous?
Yeah.
Followed by, Rupert, put that down.
But wait, we got 3 juice, right?
Put down what?
Whatever you're playing with.
Whichever body part is still in play. As you guys...
I cast my glance over those parts if they're motionless, and take whatever I've got and get closer to others.
As you guys kind of step through the doorway, all ominous, and you totally hear some music off in the distance in this general area, coming through the open stairwell here, and it's this song playing. I want candy. I want candy. And then you hear a voice kind of singing along with the song, but out of tune and screechy. And the voice seems to be moving around. And then all of a sudden, you just hear someone scream, "Let me out of here! What are you doing?"
Oh.
So what do you guys do?
Okay.
The voice equally comes out of this area down the hallway or this area down the hallway. Which direction are you guys going?
Should we split up? Should some of us go in one entrance and the others go in the other?
What do you mean we're at the one door, the back door?
You guys are all right here, but when you come in the little entryway here, you hear the voice and the music coming from this direction, which is an open area, or this direction, which is also an open area.
Oh, so, that's what you mean. Okay.
So what's
and you
this
see a big sign here that says candy, and it's all spray painted.
Is this not a door then? This thing here?
I'm not seeing a ping. That's a little mini ramp. Everything is in here is set up as ramps, so that way loading vehicles like forklifts could go up and down.
Yep.
All right. Well, so you want to come in from here and from here, 2 and 2?
Yes, we should have a two-pronged approach.
That'll work. I'll take the high road.
Are you guys sneaking?
Okay. Yes, absolutely. And I'll go to here then, or at least up against the wall here somewhere. I don't know whether it's pinging. I can't tell whether it is or not.
Well, your characters are at the bottom there.
Yep.
Yep. I've just moved it. Yep.
So one person from each one of the groups, give me a sneak.
So Rico, who are you going with?
I think I'm going to go with you.
Okay. So Rupert, you should go with Cole. Rupert, I would really go with the guy with the sword if I were you.
So King is
Alright.
now going alone?
What are you doing, Cat? I'm going to fall off the table if you're not careful.
So you want a sneak. Okay. How do we sneak? Sneak around. That's it, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Let's have a look at our little things here. I probably don't have much.
King points for you guys to sneak, and he goes to sneak. You guys are hearing the music playing, some chains are rattling. You're hearing the occasional, which totally tells you there's more of these things hanging around. That's a good part of the sneak is those things hanging around.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the only thing I could tag is type like that because we're doing it as a group action. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else I can tag.
And Rupert, which group are you going with, King or Cole and Rico?
I was told to go after the sword man.
Okay, so that would be with Cole.
I could use my own kind of eccentric and tight like that, and even empathic bond to do our role.
As you guys kind of as you start sneaking, you kind of realize there's more of those creepy burn victims, kind of just standing around like zombies, not reacting to any stimulant, waiting to react to something, and they're just kind of sitting there all motionless.
All right.
Right. Sorry, I'm gonna sneak around. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I pressed it.
Okay. It got complicated.
Oopsie.
Oh, seriously?
Oopsie.
So, shit's getting complicated. As basically you guys sneak really poorly as Cole's shh, come on. And just as you guys, come around the corner here, see where the little corner is there, you guys realize that there's a small, of course it's not the scale, there's a small clutch of these things. And immediately when you guys come around the corner sneaking, they all turn and look at you as once. And then the first one tilts its head and opens its jaw and just goes, and immediately the other 4 or 5 behind him do the same thing. And they kind of lift their limbs kind of greedily towards you, and they all start jumbling towards you guys. And King, with his partial success,
Do I get to choose one of those options, or?
No, it's my choice.
It's your choice. Ah, right. Sorry. Yeah, just seen that topic. Up to you, buddy. Up to you, man.
Since you were sneaking around with these guys.
Yeah, I think I'm on my own, aren't I? I think these guys have snuck off.
So I'm going to give you that.
No, Rico's with you, right?
No. It's the 3 of you here and King on his own.
Oh.
I will give you that there is one right behind you. I mean, as you come walking up, it pops out of this little alcove here. and it's on the walkway above you, and it does this little. As you come up, it's echoing the noise. You're hearing the cacophony from behind you. And if you want to try to trick it, you could try to deceive it.
When you say try to trick it, in what way? Sorry.
That would be an up to you. Classic zombie movie style would be throwing something and making noise the opposite direction.
Yeah. Distracting it in some way, or absolutely.
And as the crowd of these gingerbread men, I'll call them as they are coming towards you guys over here, Rupert, you see something weird. As all of a sudden, now that you've moved inside, there seems to be, and only Rupert can see it, but all of a sudden some kind of shimmering force field that starts coming around you. And you push against it and it's solid.
Ooh.
And you turn to look at your buddies.
I notify others.
You notify the others? And as he looks at you guys, you swear he's a mime because he's like, "Hey guys," and he's touching empty air. You don't see what he's talking about, but you do see the large gathering of gingerbread men. Okay, so King. What are you
I think I will then. Yeah, I think I will take your opportunity there. I will, if there's something on the ground I can pick up and throw further down the corridor or something to kind of distract it briefly.
Okay.
I don't know what there is, if this was feng shui, I'd say, there's clearly a kind of wrench lying on the ground. And,
of course there is. Yeah. It's a factory. There's tons of stuff there. So go ahead and give me, I'm assuming change the game would probably be the best fit for this one.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And we'll see how dull-witted these things are.
Just looking at.
So, do I see him preparing to throw something?
No, he's kind of out of sight from you guys.
Okay.
I'm not sure there's much I can tag here, but let's just do it.
Get creative, man.
Get creative. Okay. Fine. It's a very good point.
I'll give you a +1 because you're using something you found on the ground, see?
Yeah, but then again, I do have a thing called, in my Help the Restless Dead tag, I know what will make you happy. And I know what will make these things happy, consuming brains. And you need to go towards where the noise is, because that's where the brains are. So
I have no brains here.
I think I'm going to tag that.
And I will totally tell you what will make them happy if you succeed. By the way, I mean you've kind of got an idea. They're hungering for something.
What's the power? Why is there a power 2 in here?
Because I gave you +1 because of the found object on the floor.
Yeah. Okay, so what am I doing? Sorry, I'm doing a change the game, yeah?
Change the game, yep.
Okay, stand by. Oh, seriously?
A miss!
Who throws a shoe, honestly?
Oh.
Damn.
Okay, so...
Oh, come on, baby. Invoke one of your MC moves.
So all of a sudden, it turns around because, like I said, it's on a walkway above you. And it's tilting its head, doing the creepy zombie thing of... and you reach over to pick up the wrench, and you throw it. But when you pick up the wrench, apparently there was like a bolt in the wrench still. You know how sometimes they leave the nuts and bolts in there?
Yeah.
And as you pick up the wrench, before you can chuck it, the bolt falls out of the wrench, and there's this silent second that goes on forever. And then the bolt hits the ground and goes ting, 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 as it hits the ground, and the noise hits your classically trained ears at such a pitch that you know even a deaf man could hear that. And as you look back up at the rails, that you just realize that is the walkway made of candy cane? And as you look at the candy cane and then up at the wretched corpse creature, and it's turned around, it's got its one good arm curled T-Rex style against its chest, and it's looking at you. You realize as you looked up, it's maintaining eye contact, and then immediately it goes, but as it does, this horrible ichor from its mouth comes splattering from above you and spritzes your beautiful attire.
Oh no!
And you're gonna get corrosive burn 2.
Oh shit!
Now remember that's 2 bips, not to the number 2. As it looks like any second it's going to jump down on top of you. As all of a sudden the spotlight spins around to Rupert in the cage. He's freaking out because the cage is now more solid. It's see-through, but it's physically restraining you.
Ooh.
Shit. So sorry, that's to corrosive burns to what? 2.
So it's 2 of the ticks, not the number 2.
Well, there aren't any. There's only 1 tick on 1.
Yep, and then there's a second tick after it. Yeah.
No, I don't think there is. Not on my tracking card. Is this a tracking card or a?
It's down at the tracking card. You got it right.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done it right. Okay, fine. Yep. Yeah, it's 3 that's got 2 pips on.
Yep. Because you have 2.5, then 3. So I just want to make sure you weren't clicking extra. Perfect. As
I see.
as the vomit stuff is burning through, and it smells like old rotten taffy candies. And Rupert, you're in the cage. You don't know what this is, but immediately, as soon as Rupert is in the cage, all of you hear from over here, "Oh, delightful! We have a new participant!" As soon as his cage turns solid.
Wow.
And you have caged status 5, Rupert.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
you're in this cage. Your friends sound muffled. The gingerbread men they're going to be charging your friends. They don't seem interested in you for some reason since you're in the cage. And your friends are looking at you like you're whack because you're playing a mime thing, putting your hands up to the empty air that you're trapped.
As a player, I was a little bit not given time to talk, but actually, Rupert, as soon as he noticed the barrier, and I guess Rupert could feel it didn't kind of snap solid in a split second, right?
Yeah, it basically, as soon as you got in, it materialized around you. The second you stopped, it went click and popped into reality.
In a moment?
In just an instant. And yes,
in an
I can
instant.
totally tell
Oh,
you this has a relation to do with your dose of candy.
oh. So Rupert instinctively yells out with a blast of power
All right.
and feeding out of the high stress.
Okay, so you're going to try to break the cage. I like this. And what kind of power? As I'm hitting you up for descriptors, because there might be some that are more effective than
By the
others.
way, by the way, I'm not sure which move it is actually I am using right now.
I mean, me personally, I would probably go with stop holding back, but that's just me.
All right.
Do it. Come on. Oh, get in.
That was my role, by the way, not Rupert's role. I just wanted to pop it up so you guys could see what stop holding back looks like.
Wow.
I'm feeding him good mojo, hoping that that's what he gets, but with more power. So what powers are you tapping?
Wow, that's 2 6s, is it? Presumably, if you've got no.
So I was using power of 2, I guess, right?
I would suggest, since you're in a magical cage, I would tag as many powers as you can.
Do
and
it,
you
man.
can
Do
totally
it. Just
tag group
everything.
powers too. If you tag a group power, it just means that the group is Rupert. You don't understand, and they're banging on it at the same time.
Is only Rupert in this cage, or
it is just you, and you have the sense that it's trapping just you. On the plus side, while you are in this cage, the monsters aren't giving you any attention. It's almost like they can see it too, but your teammates seem to not be acting like they see anything.
So
this would be a time where Rupert would want to put everything he's got into it. Remember, you are a master of barriers as well, and this seems to be a very powerful barrier that you're trapped in. In fact, the barrier's under your feet even. It almost feels like the barrier is going to levitate you soon.
Could you maybe describe instead for me what can happen with my blast of power, because I have no idea.
Well, basically you're trapped in a basically sealed bubble that your voice is coming through, but not very loudly.
And now I gave up out this blast of power. So what could be the result?
Well, I mean, if something bad happens, maybe the blast comes back on you, like if you miss. But we're not worried about misses. You got this. This may be, in fact, something you want to burn a tag for to guarantee a success, but you want to put a lot of power in it because you're basically trying to break a status. And you have caged 5 to give you an idea about how much power you might want to put into it.
Well, I'm a lot of very much afraid. So a lot of, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many tags are you going to tag? So like blast of power is a good one. Feeds off high stress would also be a good one.
Yeah.
You could always use plasma barrier because you're using your plasma as a barrier to push on the barrier. There is always structural weakness that you could tag. You have.
I guess because it happened so fast, I couldn't examine any structural weakness.
No.
So I can figure. I can think about only this plasma barrier and feeding out high stress.
Okay, so how many tags are you tagging?
I guess only 2.
Only 2? Okay. And are you going to go ahead and roll stop holding back, or are you going to just burn a tag to immediately do it?
Burn.
Okay, which one are you going to burn? So basically, one of the 2 that you're tagging, it's going to burn one of those 2.
Feeding off the high stress.
Okay, so you're burning feeding off the high stress.
Do it.
Okay, so go ahead and hit stop holding back. Even though you're burning it, it's a guaranteed success with a power of 2. So you have the caged tag. That's currently at 5.
5. So surely all that'll ever be is 14 at the most, will it? Or does it not work?
Honestly, I don't understand what you're talking about.
So currently you're caged rank 5.
So?
A negative status.
You have a negative status, caged 5.
Yep.
So what?
So you're trying to break the caged 5. So it means you'll need to use a power of at least 5 to break it. So you're going to be using power 2. So you're going from caged 5 to you're blasting out your power somehow, and you're going to weaken it by about almost half. So you're still going to be caged because you don't have enough power. That's what I'm saying is you may want to tag more powers to break out.
I understand it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
Do it, baby.
So you burn your tag, so you get an automatic success with power of 2. And what does it look like when you're in this magical cage and you blast out with your powers? Now, it doesn't break the cage, but it does crack its seams, it seems. You know, all of a sudden, more sound is coming in and out. Your friends feel the oof of power coming out of this magical cage.
Even though some sparks. I definitely see some sparks, like Faraday cage.
Like a Faraday cage, kidding.
Like Tesla experiments.
As all of a sudden you guys see empty air around him, and then all of a sudden his power comes out, seems muted, and then comes out the seams. As you guys can definitely tell, something has him restrained. And it's definitely weakened at this point. But more importantly, at that exact moment, you have the gaggle of creatures coming towards you guys, and they're walking around Rupert like he's not even there. In fact, they're walking around Rupert. It's not just like they're flooding past him. They're walking around like there's a barrier between them and him that they can see that you can't.
That's bad.
That's very bad.
I guess the 3 of you guys probably.
I guess I can notice also. Do I see them?
Oh yeah, they walk around your cage that you're in. They walk around you to get to your friends with their arms outreached. They're seeking to attack your friends.
How would you estimate my condition? Am I able to do any intelligent activity right now?
From what you saw, your powers didn't leave the cage, so it's some kind of magical barrier around you. Sort of like when you can turn air hard. It's something similar to that effect, but it's localized around you specifically.
Oh, it means I cannot influence anything outside of this cage.
Correct. Your powers definitely gives you the idea that your power can't bypass the walls of this cage. Currently, you are restrained by this energy. And it seems to be wobbling. Like your feet were on the floor, but now the cage is pulling your feet a few inches off the floor now.
Oh.
And it's just tilting a little, like it's the classic levitation trick where you're starting to float in the air a few inches.
Okay, I'm spending a couple of seconds to think what to do now.
And as that happens, Rico, Cole, gaggle of these undead are running at you. These you totally don't want to say the Z word, but they look like some kind of burnt zombie creature. That smell of gingerbread. Of course, then again, the entire building here smells like the walls are made of gingerbread.
So they are hot, right?
This is so weird.
They are what?
So I'm gonna charge in.
So
So
they are hot, right?
they're what? Sorry.
They are hot. They are radiating heat.
No, they are human beings that have at one point been burned magically.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I just wanted to ask
their
that.
corrosive mouths are what you may be thinking of. Yeah, they do have acidic mouths that you don't want being kissed.
Mm.
Right. So I'll charge in, face danger, take him out with the sword. So the dynamite is that? I mean, there's that skill or that tag that can be used multiple times, right? I mean,
unless you're burning it, yeah.
Unless you're burning it, yeah, I think it's
okay.
good.
I'm just making sure. I mean, it's like okay,
because that's just going to guarantee you a success. It's still the power that matters. Because remember, your power is what goes against their abilities. So, like one could say, a group of gingerbread men have a hurt or subdue rank, and that's their hit points, for lack of better terms. So it's even if you succeed, your success and power is how much damage you do. So you would probably want to overkill as much as you can right now, because there's two groups of them, which totally means that Rico.
So quick to defend, but I got quick defend dynamite. Can I tag both?
Yeah, you can totally tag both, because that'll guarantee a success.
Okay. All right, and then obviously doing the thing in Typhon.
That means crank up your power as much as possible.
Yep, like I said, doing tight like that, and our empathic connection. We're working together here.
That's a lot of power. I like
hollering out, pointing out things. So, all right, I think we're good.
Okay.
Unless you're doing something, no.
Well, I'm totally going to give Rico a chance to do something against the other half of the group.
Okay.
It's the group.
I'm going to.
So Cole,
is there a way to see how far this group goes?
It's about 6 or 8 of them. You can't quite tell as they're rushing around Rupert.
Okay. Does there look like there's any kind of water line or anything nearby?
It's a warehouse, so there's like pipes and tubes in the ceiling and the walls all over the place. However, in the section you're in, they are very candified. You know, instead of pipes, it's licorice tubes.
Got it. Okay.
So Cole, we know
what I'd like to.
Oh, go ahead.
So what I'd like to do is I'd like to try to maneuver my way around them using parkour and catapult around them, and see if I can get behind them so we can have them in a pincer maneuver.
Okay, let's go ahead and let Cole go first, since we know he's got a guaranteed success. We just need to see how much power is coming through. So Cole, go ahead and make your roll. Face the danger. Danger.
Go on, baby.
Okay, so power of 5. And are you killing them or subduing them with your sword? I'm assuming killing them. It's classic 80s.
Yeah, they're an abomination. I'm putting them out of their misery and suffering.
So immediately, Cole starts going to town with his power 5, and he starts massacring one group and like finishes off a move that kills the last one. It is almost 11 o'clock, by the way. How does it look when you wipe out these 5 or 6 of these wretches?
Yeah, I just kind of slip in and through and around them, just taking them out as I kind of dance in and through, chopping guts and stabbing in the
Chopping
hearts.
guts and.
Okay, so
shots through the head.
ew, right through the mouth shot. So
No,
go.
not the mouth, the head, brain, pan.
He's like, in classic zombie style, this is what we got to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rico, give me your parkour. You going for a change the game?
Yeah.
And I will throw it out there, David, if you want, since you're leaving, do you want to just say that you're fighting off all the gingerbread men for your teammates?
Yeah, do it. Do it.
So that way, cinematically in the background, we constantly have you fighting all the gingerbread men to keep them off your teammates?
Come on.
As I think he's breaking up because he's getting ready to go while wearing his headphones.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. If I threw it on the bed for a minute.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So
looks like I got a success.
Great success. You do this beautiful maneuver that totally will let Cole hold the line 300 style as you trick all of them to go to one side so that Cole can basically bottleneck them and fight them at decent numbers. So that way he looks at you guys and can totally say,
Cole?
Go for it. I'll hold it here. I'll hold the line. Go get her.
And
it's got to be 13th Warrior style, hasn't it? Go, kill her!
And
kill
exactly...
Take out Grandma.
Yeah.
And exactly at that moment, Rupert starts floating in the air.
Shit!
Can't help you much there, buddy. Sorry.
And floats right over Rico and Cole's heads, and he floats down the open arch there. And this young but very high-pitched, excited voice goes, "It looks like another one of my candy people are here to make more candy." And Rupert, you look, and you notice that there's someone in a cage just like yours, in the actual foundry here. And there's a really cute punk rockabilly chick. Not really rockabilly, but cute 80s punk chick getting ready to pull a chain on the person, and they're just like, "No!"
God, this is getting dark.
Immediately she pulls the lever, and you see this glowy golden ichor fall down into the cauldron where the person is, and you see the person is screaming, being bathed in this, but they're not burning or melting or anything like that, but something is sweating out of their pores. And you see as they're getting bathed, something is oozing out of their body like sweat, but it's green and glowing. And she looks at you with her punk rocker multicolored hair, and she's currently wearing a leather jacket, and she says, "Oh, you're next, sweet stuff." And she points right at you.
Shit.
Oh no.
But actually, as soon as this bubble starts lifting me up, I don't wait. I don't wait where it brings me to. I may see her from distance, but immediately, I am making another desperate attempt.
Now is the time for desperation. Yeah, that's and you are floating a few feet off the ground, so succeed well.
Yeah, I am trying to dissolve this this bubble.
Do it.
What was there? I forgot. One second.
I'm just wondering if you're going to click divine intervention and have a raven show up.
And you might not remember, but in my training section, I have a tag of getting good with this. So I'm using this, and I'm trying to change the situation, which sounds like change the game.
Yep.
Sounds like change the game.
Which makes me go dynamite with
awesome.
success.
Okay, so we have a guaranteed success. We just need to add enough power to break the walls.
But does it? I don't understand this dynamite. It says only if I get a success, but here I rolled 5.
Oh.
So what is the effect? I don't understand.
So that means if you roll success, you have dynamite.
But now I
so
don't.
That just means you need so you're going again. So the first time you tried to pop it, and all of a sudden, whoa, you popped it and failed, and on her turn, she's pulling you to her. So now you're trying to say, oh, hell no, as you see this chick has another person in a bubble like yours, getting ready to melt them into candy.
Yes.
What if I burned a tag? Would it help?
Yeah, if you burn a tag, it's a guaranteed success. And if you're using that one tag, it means any success, even a mild one, is a dynamite.
So dispel an item, it's burnt now.
Okay, so apparently in your panic, you're burning it, and you thank God you burned it because you rolled a 3. So you burn it because you're just like, oh, hell no, I see what's happening there. You're melting people, even though the woman's not melting. It's interesting. The stuff's bathing over her, and it's draining. You're getting the idea that it's draining her mythos out of her.
Oh.
As you burn your tag, so it's a guaranteed success. However, looking at your cage, you still have 3 pips. You did power 2. So your cage is cracking, but it is still there. It's still power 1.
And I'm still floating near her.
And you're still floating near her, but the thing is, in some twisted scientific part of your brain, you're witnessing how she makes candy, and there's a hint of fascination there. That you're seeing the green ichor coming off the person, and it's pooling on top of whatever this golden glowing crap is, and it's slowly pooling into a small little piece of candy as you watch. And then all of a sudden, as you're watching that in fascination, as you're seeing her take a rift and milking the magic out of them. So basically, you now realize every candy has been a rift that's lost their power and turned back into a sleeper. As the golden fluid starts to just evaporate into a little golden mist, and it's leaving the passed out person and the green slime that's slowly turning into the blue peppermint. Because yellow and green make blue, right? And at that moment, the camera swings back to Cole that has a ghoulish creature drooling on him from above, and it looks like it's about to fly down and drop itself on top of King.
Oh, so are we finishing on that thing because David isn't here?
Oh, we can go. He said we can go ahead and wrap up, so we will wrap up. I mean, if we pause here, I'm cool with pausing here.
Still listening. I'm in the car, but I'm listening.
I didn't know whether this would be a good place to kind of kind of cliffhanger it, or what? I appreciate we've only had a couple of hours, but
I'm good with
I don't know what
either
you think.
or. It's up to you guys.
Well, I'm still listening until I get there, which will be, 10, 15 minutes, give or take. But I can narrate. Somebody would have to roll for me if I have to do anything.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
okay
totally
with me.
do that. So King,
Yeah.
what are you
So
doing as the ghoul looks down upon you, dripping gruel on its mouth as it
Cool.
looks like
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
hungry for you, King. It's
It
hungry.
really is, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to run away. I'm gonna run like hell.
Okay, so of course
nothing wrong with that.
No,
it's totally gonna like drop on you. That's its goal? But you're gonna go ahead and face danger to escape. Are you gonna
yes.
rejoin your friends, or are you gonna continue the way you were heading?
No, I think I'm gonna go rejoin my friends. Yeah, because
Okay,
I'm not really a fighter. It's not in my.
you're totally
Not my
like,
gig.
nope. I fight on the side of angels.
Nope.
I don't deal with zombies.
Yep. Nope. I hate zombies.
And let's just get a great success so it dies when it hits the concrete or the gingerbread floor.
Or whatever it is. Yeah, absolutely. Do I need to? So this is a what? Sorry, this is a face danger.
It's a face danger to
can
get
I-
you out of there in time. What do you think will help you run away?
What will help me run away?
And I'm a jerk. I'm gonna tag -2 for the corrosive burns.
Yeah, perfectly reasonable because that's what I've got. My suit, my beautiful suit.
Your clothes are
I think
burning.
I'm gonna tag. Yeah, divine intervention, I think, and
Angels, fly me out of here.
yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
And I'm gonna totally
think-
call you out and say you're gonna have to tell me what the divine intervention looks like if you succeed.
I think it would be something. If I succeeded, yeah, I think it would be something like something has just been left on the ground or something. If I get away, I manage to get over it, but the creature stumbles and falls on it and kind of, do you know what I mean, face plants or something. I think that's what it would be. It would just be some kind of circumstance. Right. Face danger. Come on then. Oh dear, I'm running at -1 power. Okay, well let's just do it. Oh crap! That's really bad.
As immediately you look at the burns and you look up at it and it's just walking off the ramp up there. It's not even caring about falling damage. It's just walking out and you just see it's the classic horror movie where you look up and you just see it falling face first with its arms stretching down Superman style to grab you and bite you. As the mouth totally comes down and its body weight flops on you, knocking you to the ground with it on top. And just before the camera pans away, it reaches over and bites down on you.
Oh no! I've got a candy zombie. I'm going to turn into a gingerbread man.
When it bites you, it's going to not use its corrosive damage, but instead to suck your mythos into natural ichor.
Oh,
As all of a sudden, it sucks on you with the world's nastiest hickey. And at that exact moment, you feel one of your mythos burn. And I'm going to totally call out I call upon an army of angels burns.
Yep. Oh, shit.
And when it pulls its mouth out, you see this green stuff come out of your skin mixed with its saliva. Yep. As it pulls out and it just goes, and it slurps this taffy, sticky goop out of you, and it's on top of you. Its legs are broken. You're on the ground because its legs hit the concrete and shattered, but it's going to town on you. And as it does that, the camera spins over to Rico, who totally gives Big Trouble in Little China thumbs up to Cole, who totally gives him the big thumbs up back as his sword is supposed to going shing, 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 and you see these zombies losing arms and limbs and heads, as every gingerbread man in the house is somehow between Cole and you guys. What is Rico doing? As you turn around and look, you see Rupert floating in the air, and he's doing the whole "habam!" and you see his energy kind of stop at something invisible and cracks the seams, and he's floating in the air. You see this cool multicolored haired chick in her goth leather and glasses. You hear the screams slowly subsiding of her victim, who just lost their mythos and is falling asleep in this golden steam bath.
Somebody needs to do something to help Rupert.
Yeah. But I don't know if he's the one that's casting the cage.
I mean, Rupert does look like he's floating in something. You could always try to parkour on top of whatever it is and try to break it.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I'm going to try that. So I'm tagging Back Alley Brawler,
so you're using your fists.
Uncanny Parkour Artist,
okay,
and Catapult Around Stem. So I'm going to try to leap onto the cage and attack it from above.
Okay, and what is your power currently?
3.
Okay.
$1 million.
Okay, so you immediately, Rico's going to do his parkour to grab some candy cane licorice pieces of the building and fly up there, and he's like, God, I hope this has got a flat surface!
And don't forget, Jim has put some magic on the rolling engine to make us fail all the rolls.
I think so.
What? That's such a scurrilous thing to say.
Man, why do you have to say that before I'm about to toss dice?
Yeah, he's already had a hard enough time.
Yeah, this is. I guess this is an all-out attack, so I'm going to hit it with all I got.
Hit it with all you got. You're trying to save your buddy.
Yep. Here we go.
I got you, bro. Great success with power 3.
Yay.
What does it look like when you parkour 15 feet in the air and you land beautifully on what feels like a flat surface, even though it's wobbling, like it's being puppeteered? It feels flattish, even though it's invisible thin air. And you bring the pain.
Come on.
Let's see. It's a Michael Jordan style leap to land on, and I'm going to do the superhero landing as I impact with the cage.
Oh, dude.
Superhero landing for the win. As you come down and drop your fist, it feels like this cage is very resistant to physical damage, by the way, since this is the first time it's been physically hurt. But one of your 3 power gets through, and that's all it needs. To you feel and hear this cracking candy sound. It sounds like someone dropped a big lollipop, and you just get that sound of broken confection. As all of a sudden the cage starts to shatter and dissolve into little motes of light that you can actually see. You start to fall, and I'm assuming you grab Rupert so you both land safely since it was a great success.
Yes.
And you both land wherever you would like on the map because parkour was involved. So feel free to move yourselves around if you want. As Rupert is free of his magic confinement cage. That's funny.
I would say let's land over by the furnaces. If that's good with you, Rupert.
Well, you
Rupert is
definitely
just
don't want to land in
screaming.
that because that's where the stuff that takes away your powers is.
Yeah. So I'm talking like right around here.
So you totally grab a chain that's made of what would candy chain be? It would totally be, more licorice, I'm thinking.
Stretch. Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah.
Strawberry laces. Strawberry laces.
Oh, the strawberry
Round
laces.
together.
There you go. I was also thinking candy cane necklace.
Yeah.
Okay, as the camera swings back and Cole gives you some great words of encouragement as he's chopping these things to pieces. As she just looks and goes, "No!" as you swing right over her head, and she's like, "No! Get him my gingerbread!" And she totally looks back, and there's Cole just taking her gingerbread people out. You failed abominations!
They're yummy. The Blade loves them.
Yeah, I hope you're catching the odd bit and kind of snacking on it. Gingerbread.
No. But the blower, the thing you type on, it is enjoying the bite.
But wasn't it corrosive?
Well, their saliva is not
the gingerbread
not the
men's
blood.
saliva, because they're regular people. They're just been turned into monsters.
Yeah.
And she is totally going to jump up and grab a candy cane necklace and swing to land next to you. That's what she's totally doing. As the camera swings all the way back to poor King, who's got the zombies just chomping away, slurping some of the goop. What are you going to do now that you can't run away is the problem?
Well, firstly, I'm going to shout as loud as I can. He bit me on the mythos. I can't believe he bit me on the mythos.
As it just looks at you and goes,
I'm here. I got a bill.
All right, have a good
buddy.
dude.
Yeah, have a good time. Be careful.
Yep. No fires.
The gingerbread men will sharpen
no fires this time
to impale you.
Bye.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to. Do you know what? I think I'm gonna pull my trumpet out and I am gonna try and summon a spirit or something to aid me. Is my plan. Because that's
plan.
my primary thing is that I can summon. Yeah, I can summon lost souls. So I think, yeah, why not? I think that's my ditch attempt.
Ooh, and I could totally see something interesting here since this is a soulless abomination.
Whether it's this creature or whether it's from this environment or whatever, it doesn't matter. I just think, come on, this is, there are other things.
And I'm a jerk, and I'm going to keep your corrosive burns tagged.
Please, yes, if you could. Right. Okay. So.
I'm like, are you going to do what I think you're going to do? I like what you're thinking of doing.
Yep. I think we're going to burn the magic tag.
Ooh, now just put some power into it. More power.
Yeah. More power. Playing us. Right. Can I tag stuff as well as burning?
Yep. You can totally do that.
You can.
Because the burning just gives you success. Tags are where you get the power. That's the big thing.
Yep. I think whatever I summon or whatever spirit I'm looking for will know things about this place and about what has happened here before. Long forgotten secrets hang in the air. I think that
this place is
now
full
was
of
my
secrets. That would be a good one.
yeah was my divine intervention tagged from last time?
Yeah, last time you used it, but you can use it again.
Okay, yeah, why not? And I think with the rest of my crew, kind of Cole's kicking ass, and Rico is also freeing the guys. I think our empathic connection will do me well here.
As you guys make this look at each other, and empathically, you're all connected, knowing you're all struggling.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've bitten off a bit more than we can chew here. And I wonder whether there is some kind of resonance to do with playing music in this place.
I mean, she is playing I Got Candy.
True. I think I'm going to tag mesmerizing musician. I think factories and warehouses and things have an acoustic resonance, hammering of metal, forging of the movement of machinery, all that kind of thing. I think it has its own music. I think I'm going to try and tap into that. Right. What am I doing? Changing the game?
Facing danger, because he's going to bite you again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my plan. Well, I was going to summon my plan is to try and
you're gonna summon something to happen. I've got a great suggestion. I'm just gonna hint at you after we see the roll there.
Okay. Face danger. Yeah, is that what it is? Face danger?
Yep.
Come on, baby. Oh, get it.
Awesome. Okay, and you burned the tag, which gave us a guaranteed, right? Powered 2.
Yes.
So since you're not going to just straight on use your hammer, your horn to hammer a note into him and physically hurt him, you're summoning a spirit. Now, yes. I will totally drop my suggestion on you. Whatever you summon will take care of him because you're not doing physical, you're doing, psychic kind of damage to him.
Spiritual, yeah.
Do you want to summon the soul back to this body?
Yes, I do. I didn't even know that was an option, but now you said it.
What does that look like? And since you have one power more than needed for that type of action, what effects does it do to the body on top of you? I'm giving you some control.
I think it would summon the soul back with some of its rift ability.
Ooh. Because yes, these were failed attempts at making candy that not only killed the sleeper, soul wise, but their mythos burned up.
Yeah, and I wonder whether some of it is left somehow, and one of their powers, whatever it was, may be of use to us. May be able to change things or redeem some ill that's happened here. It is, my thought. I don't know what they would be, or I don't know what their background would be, or their powers, but
and to the camera watching, what does it look like when you blast your horn and that happens? Does a raven or an angel show up?
I think there is the creature is kind of chomping on me, and then it stops and kind of looks up a bit bewildered, and there's a single beam of light that comes down, and something steps out of it and then steps back into its body, and its eyes maybe go from kind of this glowing blue kind of void back to like a human again briefly.
As
it kind of comes to a realization of what's happening,
and immediately the person's features twist and change back to what they looked like when they were alive. You hear this horrible cracking sound as the legs start popping kind of back into shape, and Oddly enough, this creature on top of you doesn't seem to age younger, but the burns absorb into the wrinkly face of an old, grandmotherly looking person with a wart on their nose. And
Ooh.
then immediately she blinks and looks at you because she's clinching you in the middle of this fight, and she goes, "Dearie, dear me, oh my, what is going on, young man?" And she slaps you on your cheek. "You're a pretty one." As she kind of rolls over from you, realizing she is, this grandmotherly person wearing just like her underslip on her pants. "Oh,
Yeah.
dearie boy, what have we been doing? No wonder why you look so rough. I haven't been with a man your age in forever. Where's that little bitch that turned the tables on me?" And she looks right at you and says, "Where's that bitch, Rachel?"
Rachel.
And as
Yeah.
I say that, did we want to stop there?
I think she's in there, ma'am.
Actually,
Oh,
I do need to
perfect,
stop.
perfect.
Okay, she totally looks at you and immediately, King, this old woman that you just brought back to life totally looks like the description you were given of the factory owner's
Yes.
old wife that choked him
I
to death
remember.
on a candy. As she looks at you and goes, "Oh, dearie, you look way too nice to be here with those burnt clothes on. Let me take them off and mend them for you." And she kind of like gropes at your buttons in a dirty granny kind of way. As the camera pans back, we see Cole cutting down gingerbread people left and right. We see Rachel facing off with our Rupert and Rico there as she pulls out
Excellent.
an elixir that's corked.
Ooh.
And she says, "How dare you interfere in my operation? My brother Hans will beat you up for this." As she's getting ready to throw something at Rico for his cool Star Wars style rescue. Rupert is glad to be free, and then all of a sudden you hear the quiet voice of the woman stand up in the foundry with the mist gone, and she's like, "Hello? What's going on out there? Help! I seem to have fallen into this big metal bowl." And the camera pans out as you see the occasional shadow moving around of gingerbread men doing things, but not really directly interfering. And the little granny going, "I'm going to get that girl and her little dog too."
And a little dog too. Fantastic.
As that's a good place to wrap it up there, guys.
That's perfect, man. That is so wild.
The trippy witch is back.
Damn.
Who knew Hansel and Gretel turned the tides on her, and now she's back. All thanks to a jazz man.
Yeah. Oh god, this could be weird. So actually, everybody's a bad guy.
And it's good timing too, because my cat apparently just went to sleep on my book.
Oh, classic cat. Okay, so what do we need to do now? Do we need to do anything admin wise?
We'll just call it there, and we can pick up when
Yeah, why not?
David's
That's
back and all.
Usable. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty, guys. The important thing is our only candy user has freed himself from the cage.
Well done, Rupert. Well done. About bloody time.
And here I was trying to guys candy like somebody with a free van saying free candy.
Classic. Yeah.
That's
That's good.
And I'll totally put it in the chat of next game being the 29th or the 22nd. Oh, or 15th of
Okay.
June. I may not be free the 29th. I don't know yet. I've got a fireworks show at the Air Force Base on the 28th. Don't ask why the Air Force Base is doing 4th of July fireworks on the 28th, but that's what they're contracted for.
Yeah.
Or I'll just be exhausted when I wake up on the 29th. That's all.
Okay. So what did you say? 29th or the
15th, 22nd, or 29th of June?
right? 15th, I'm at a LARP game. So
Okay, so
22nd or 29th,
yeah.
good with me, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll toss it out in the Facebook chat
Cool.
and see which one everybody's good with.
Awesome.
Because we all know it's
okay.
going to take a couple weeks before we know if we're actually free or not.
Yeah,
life.
absolutely. No, it's a busy time of year as well, isn't it now?
Yep.
Things start to hot up a bit. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Right.
Alrighty, guys.
Great stuff. Well done, everyone.
Okay.
Well done.
Right.
Be careful out there in the real world.
Yep. Everybody be safe and be good.
Thank you very much for running.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for showing up and gaming. Because that's what we do together.
Not a problem.
All right. Later.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thank you all.
Okay.
Big
Bye.
love. Meow meow.
Bye.
He meow meowed.